Yo, what's good? Y'all know what it is. Going live with the MC. Y'all here with your boy MC Reef. Today is gonna be a dope episode. I know I say that every single time that the camera comes on, but that's just what it is, you know. We just have dope episodes over here. Yo, Stargirl, you the first to tune in. I appreciate that. Shout out to you. You in for a dope time. This is a female artist, who's the guest. She's actually from London. Not London, sorry. I keep saying that. She's from the UK. There's different parts of the UK. London is just one of them. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's from Manchester. She can correct me if I'm wrong, but she's from Manchester. Manchester is where I haven't been, but I hear that I should be. A lot of people tell me to go to Manchester. A lot of people in London tell me I should go to Manchester or Liverpool or Birmingham. I hear like those are all great areas, like where the real music is. Like you just know you're gonna get some fire when you're in one of them areas and you go to a show out there. Shout out to my guy Mike Mizzle. I'm out here reading your Instagram name. I know who you are. But yeah, shout out to you, Brody. Thank you for tuning in. We chilling. We live. This is episode 14. Like, can y'all believe we passed one episode and now we at 14? And they have all been fire. So if you haven't seen Going Live with the MC before, make sure you tap in. Make sure you watch every episode. I've had some fire guests and I still got more to come. Happy holidays to you too, my brother. Thank you. I hope your Christmas was great, and I know we going into the new year, you know, with some better goals, and we doing different things, you know. So I appreciate you for coming into my life, bro. No funny shit. I feel like our studio session recently like really opened my eyes to a lot of different things. Like you know how it is, bro. You get to like see somebody differently when you hang around them, like for the first time. So it was a dope experience, and I appreciate you for inviting me. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my guest, Roukaya B. She is a really, really dope artist. I don't know, man. Since I first met this person, she's been really everything. I don't have expectations, but whatever I guess that I wanted to happen happened with this person. Like she really embodied the entire vibe and passion, you know, and like just the whole personality is just dope. But y'all gonna see that in a second. I'm about to jump right in. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. Forward Direction Coach, and I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it. Melliferaously Melanin. Sounds like a dope name. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, let me add on the guest, and we here. Accept.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
you're here.
You're right.
What's up?
What's
Hold
good?
on. Hold on. You here? You
Pardon?
here? This is a pleasure. Thank you
Yeah,
for
we're here. Thank you for having me.
yeah. How you feeling today?
Good, man. Good. Like, it's obviously, it's a bit later here, isn't it? So it's weird to see, like, daylight in the back of your video, knowing that it's dark here. It's mad. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yo, that's the funny part about time zones.
I know, it's crazy. It's trippy. It's trippy, like.
I see you got your people pulling up. That's what's up,
Yeah,
man. Thank you guys for
I
tuning
got
in.
people. Hey, guys.
Um, you
Hey,
guys are
love
gonna
that.
be in
Love that.
for
Come
a
on. Hey,
you guys are
guys.
in for a dope one. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, there is a suggestion box. I don't know where it's at on your live, but for me, it's on the bottom right corner. There's a little question mark inside the chat bubble. So if you got a question, feel free to ask it, you know, and I will ask Rakaya the question.
Do I
Um,
don't, I don't know if I have one. I don't know how this works. I'm not gonna lie.
well, you guys are different. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all can't even put music in your story.
Why?
I noticed you did it. But it must be like an update, right?
What
You
do you
guys
mean?
must have gotten an
Do you
update.
mean in terms of like areas around the world, like it's not accessible? Do you mean like Instagram
Yes.
music stuff?
Yeah. So like say specifically in Japan, it's you're not allowed to have social media. Like they don't have it. They not rocking with social media in Japan.
No way. No way,
Yeah.
because you see, wow, nah, that's mad. I didn't know that.
I mean, people got their ways out there. I'm pretty sure of it, but you know, it's just crazy to think that wow, I can't have social media here. Like, what's this about?
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting to see, like, like how people have like their laws and their, but I think that's also interesting also because the people out there must be really smart. Like I mean, when you see stuff coming out of like Japan, like this, the architecture, the technology, everything they have going on out there, it's like almost everybody is like just focused on like doing something, like creating something. But if they had social media, would Japan be Japan the way it is now?
Well, yeah, it's interesting to think like the difference between our society and how social media has impacted us, and how they don't necessarily have that much of an influence. Like, yeah, it's mad to see like yeah, civilization society is ran. There should definitely be some sort of study on it. Like, yeah, the influence of social media in society. Well, whoa.
Hey yo, shout out to
Okay,
Ashley
topic.
Tragic. My guy Ashley Tragic is in the
Yeah,
chat. Hold on. All right. So Ashley, we actually met maybe about 2 years ago. Him and Verse.
yeah.
That's how you say it.
It's funny you say that because we were all on a
Uh,
show together. That's how I know them too. We were on a BBC shoot, a BBC a
I'm gonna
BBC
get
show.
into that with you. Word, that's actually fire that you brought that up. But yeah, so I met him at a show. My guy ZJ Sneaks, he was a DJ for the night, and he got me on stage. And I'm not gonna lie, I was drunk out my mind, but I went on stage and I tried to perform. I did the best that I could. I don't know if anyone remembers that night,
You
but
certainly don't.
yeah, but I think I did a decent job. I feel like I caught their attention a little bit, if not a lot. But Ashley went up there and like straight killed it. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Verse, they really went off. So I was like, wow, this is dope. Um, but yeah, let's get into you.
No, they are incredible artists, and I feel like you all have something similar in a sense of like your tone is very recognizable. Like
Mhm.
the second that you start. You know what I mean? And if you haven't heard you before, definitely onto it. Like you're listening, you're tuning in. You know,
Right, definitely
100.
for sure. And I've been seeing him grind for a while now. Like, yeah, it's just it's incredible to like see people like put in work and finally getting the recognition they
Yeah,
deserve.
and
Um,
it's beautiful to say it is.
and I want to say the same for you because you are a phenomenal artist, man. I don't think there's. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have nothing bad to say about you. Like, you just a really dope person. Like, there's is nothing. It feels like you can't do no wrong, like the way, like, because you move in a certain manner, it's like you have like this aura, that's the perfect word to use. You have like an aura about you where you're just, it's more like, yo, I just want to flow. What I'm saying? I want my energy to resonate with a lot of people. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's cool. Just stay far away. But I like, like I like what you do, what you bring forward, and how you carry yourself as a human being. So, thank you for
Thank
existing.
you for recognizing that because I'm a big believer in as as we grow, we obviously learn and you need to grow from that. And I've put a lot of work into becoming like the best, the best version of myself. You know what I mean? Like I feel a lot of people don't look at themselves from like a a bird's eye view or a critical view to be able
All
to
right.
the steps in place to rectify the negative or toxic behavior. I was
Mm,
willing to do that, and it's beautiful to see that people are actually seeing that I am like I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like it's because it's obviously it feels good. It feels good. It does. And if people are seeing the energy, that I'm radiating, and that's different, you know. Uh,
Nah, that's dope.
you make me blush. Like I have actually got blush on, but I'm now blushing.
Nah, you're a really dope person, man. And I know that I don't have to tell you this, but you know, don't ever let nobody steal that away from you.
Thank you.
Um, and you know, and it's very rare that we find like you know just cool people. You know, and it's crazy that I'm saying this because I literally only met you one time in person,
Yeah,
and I've known you the rest of this time through Instagram.
yeah.
But I already know by the way that we met, like, you know, this was who you were. So let's get into it. And I want you to tell the story from your perspective. Cause I mean, I could share mine. I actually did tell, in, I think 2 episodes ago, 3 episodes ago, 2 and 3 episodes ago. So I had Luke and Shiloh, uh, Shiloh, whose beat it is, and Luke, who's on the song with us. So I had both of them on the show, and I explained both of them, you know, to both of them that we were just like, I guess, like a match made in heaven musically, you know. So
We did work well together. It's like to think that none of us have met and we've synced like that without ever being in the same room as a collective. Like, it's great.
that's a fact. So where was we, if you remember?
Um, what when you and I met?
Yes.
We were in London at a Back Row G Cypher, yeah? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I think they weren't. I don't know if this happened to you too, but they weren't going to shout my name in it. And I travelled all the way from Manchester, and they just weren't going to shout my name. They were like, "Last performance, last performance." They're writing off these last performers, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm stood here. I think I was the only female as well, so don't act like you can't see me. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't. I've never really told this story. Like, I've never posted about the event really, because yeah, I just think it was all for promotion. I tell boom, boom, boom. She said, but high key it was because as an artist, I wasn't respected on the grade that I actually came through with. Like, I don't think I was respected at all. You weren't even gonna let me perform until I started saying, "Excuse me,
Right.
excuse me, I performed. Excuse me." Yeah, but when you performed, I was like, hey, because it was different. Like you don't hear an American accent in the scene within the
Right.
UK really, because like this is the UK scene. You know what I mean? So it was like different, and your flow was different, your cadence, your tone, everything. So that's why we connected. Yeah, like we both sensed that. Like, this is something different.
Right.
Dishing the
So will you finish?
I dished the tea there, man.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Go on, no, I'll finish now. I'll finish. Yeah, I'll finish.
Oh, so from my perspective, um, yes, you were the only woman artist that was there, and that really piqued my interest because I was like, yo, it like okay, it was a lot of women there. Let's not get it twisted, you know, but
Yeah.
they were all in their own world. You was standing right in every cipher. You was just like, yeah, like just listening to everything. And I'm like, yo, who is this chick? Like, why is she just sitting here into like the whole show? Like, you know, and I'm just thinking in the back of my mind, like, yo, she don't rap, I'm gonna be mad because she's into this. Like, she's totally into this. And I'm not gonna lie, I made eye contact with you several times because I was just so curious as to why you're so in tune with this. Like, nobody's saying anything like for women. Like, what they're rapping about is not, you know, for women. So I'm just kind of like, yo, what's going on here? Um, Not to mention, I wasn't supposed to be there. Um, I was actually making an ATM stop. I was trying to get some money out so I could buy some weed. I'll keep it a buck. And yeah, these little kids. I'm not gonna say little, but they were like teenagers. And it's some weird thing, you know, about me with my headphones that make people like recognize that I'm a music artist. I don't know why, but I always have like headphones on. So they was like, "Yo, you make music or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, how you know?" So they was like, oh, I mean, just your headphones, literally just like this. And I promise you it's happened several times. But it was like, yo, your headphones, like, you look like you just into the music or whatever. And I was like, wow, okay, that's interesting. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna give you my Instagram, but yo, I got tickets to an event that I can't make it to tonight. Do you want to go? I was
Okay.
like, yo, that's crazy. So he gave me the ticket, and I was like, I bet. So I didn't have nothing to do that day either. I think I just got to London maybe 3 days ago. Um, yeah, about 3 days ago. And I was like, just starting out. I had a show the day before. I was actually on tour or whatever. So that like the whole event like played right into the tour. Like it wasn't even a stop. It just like happened.
It
So
just your lap like that, and that's how we met. So you weren't necessarily supposed to perform, no? Like it
nope.
was crazy,
I didn't
crazy,
know
crazy.
what was going on actually. So when I got there, I spoke to the there was a lady that met me at the door and she asked me if I was performing and I said I would like to. So she was like, "Oh, you're not on the bill." And I said, "No." But like she heard the accent and she was like, "Yo, it'd be interesting to have you." So I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks." So she was like, "Just speak to the DJ and let them know your name, let them know that I said to add you to the list and you're good to go." So I was like, "Oh, wow, interesting." So this is all like playing out energy wise. So I'm like, "Yo, this is dope." So I go to the DJ and I speak to him or whatever the case is and he's like, "All right, cool." He's excited. Um, so I hear that they're strictly playing grime music. So then I go back to the DJ. I said, yo, what kind of beats are you guys going to be playing for the cypher? Is it like hip hop beats, grime beats, drill? Like, let me know, so I could be kind of ready, I guess. And he was like, oh, it's just strictly grime. So I was like, all right, bet. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of a little like, damn, I don't know how to, rap to a grime beat, but um, I wasn't gonna give up. I was already in the door. You feel me? I got the tickets. They let me on the bill. So why am I walking
Yeah,
out the door? Like I'm gonna just stay and
that's
enjoy the vibe. Word. So I didn't know they was gonna call me like late in the last because we actually went in the same cipher, I believe. But I didn't.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So I didn't. I don't know where they was gonna place me, but they finally called me and I just jumped in the cipher. And when it was my time, I didn't know what to do. I'm not gonna lie. I actually rapped two writtens, like I mixed the verses together, and I was just like lost. Like I was literally confused trying to keep up with my own lyrics. But like I could tell people was like loving it because like they was like really staring at me like just rapping I was rapping the fastest I've ever rapped in my life. So like it was just like wow, man. I couldn't even believe that I pulled that off. But it was very interesting night.
Agreed.
Word.
Yeah, and like going back to the choices of like genre for the tracks, it was really in my drill era then. Like I listened to a lot of predominantly drill based on like the people that I was chilling with. Like I find that my music taste goes back to my music taste, but when I
Mm.
it can be influenced. Like I've got a drum and bass with certain people, and I like drill because I've chilled with certain people and listened to that. Do you know, like you just pick up the genres from all over. I feel, and I was really into that vibe at the point, but I didn't spit. Like I could spit, yeah, but I wasn't rapping like spitting. It was melodic, um,
Yeah,
and I
I
don't.
remember that.
If that's why I wasn't really recognized per se because I wasn't necessarily rapping. Like it wasn't.
Nah, you caught my attention. That's all that matters. Like, cause and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times we think that nobody's noticing, but sometimes it takes just that one person. And look how far, this has gone off of just me being the only person in the room to say, yo, this is dope. Because
Yeah,
again, I was literally waiting for you to jump in the cipher. I didn't know you were, but I was waiting for it. And when you finally did, I stopped where I was at and I listened to you. And I really listened. And you started off rapping, you was going off, and then you started singing, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like, yo, like she's going, like she's dope. So, yeah, I just from that moment, I was like, you know what, I want to work with this person. I was like, you clearly have something about you that screams talented, artistic, creative, like, and if no one else doesn't notice that, it's really sad because, we're really in a dumbed down era, where everyone is just kind of like, oh, if it just sounds like a bunch of sounds, I like it. But if this person's talking too much or if they like making too many, good sounds, I don't want to hear it. Like they'd rather hear like like the barking and the gunshots and or whatever. And it's like, all right, if those are sounds you'd rather hear rather than someone like, doing the highs and the lows, then I guess that's, more power to you. But I like it.
Yes, I do think it's changing though, because that was a few years ago, and the scene is definitely changing. Like people are wanting a more refined sound. They're wanting something. I feel like we are heading towards a live direction, like bands and groups and like yeah, people performing live more and appreciating that sound. And
Mm-hmm.
that's, I can't lie, it's gonna it's gonna show the, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? It's gonna really set some people apart, I feel, and also show people if they are in this for longevity, if you can do this for life, like because you
Mm-hmm.
do so versatile. Like you can say you only do this genre and you only do this, but realistically, like if that's the case, like you have to be top tier in a lot of other things, like maybe play an instrument or um, be very refined in the sound live side. Why can't I
Mm-hmm.
the live side of things, be really refined in that aspect. I don't know, like, but I do feel we're heading towards a more serious industry. Um, it's been quite easy, but if the industry wasn't so accessible, people wouldn't do it, even though this is clearly what we're meant to be doing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I got you.
yeah, I got some big thoughts, me. Some big thoughts.
Honestly, you're not lying about that because I realize like when I perform, it's kind of like there's like a suspense to it. It's like people wait for me to like I don't know. I mean, I do know how it is out there. I'm not gonna lie. I know how it is out there. A lot of people rap today. Y'all call it backing tracks. We call it vocals. Um,
The
but
backing track is no vocals, you know what I
oh,
mean?
no vocals. Okay,
Or,
okay, okay. That's
or
an instrumental. So we call that an instrumental.
like I perform to backing tracks, which is just backing vocals and the instrumental. But a lot of people will
As you
go
should.
to the studio version, or even worse, mime. What what's going on? Sorry, but
Um,
what's Drag Race is going on? Why are you lip syncing for your life? What's going on? Sorry,
right,
but
right.
someone needs to say.
And it's like the crazy thing is like these people know their music, but when they perform like that, they're struggling to keep up with their music. So it's like, how much do you listen to your own music?
You'll
If that's the case.
you'll never learn how to perform your own song if you never perform it live. Like you never know where the breath pockets are, or how to express yourself, or how to even engage in the audience with the audience. Sorry, because you're never actually delivering anything through that diaphragm.
Hmm.
Like no passion, no passion. Like I go up on stage and I am exposing myself. I'm vulnerable right now. Like my voice could break. Like anything could go wrong per se, but I'm still doing it because this is what I'm built to do. Like this is what I'm telling you that I do. So if I went up on stage and didn't do the thing that I'm telling you I do, then why am I doing it? Why? Why?
That's a fact.
It's not my
That's a
job.
fact.
Like what? I'm just doing fraud. Like that's what I'm doing. Ooh, getting dramatic.
Nah, you facts. You spitting facts.
Yeah, just, I think sometimes it's just the way that I say it. I can get a bit passionate, but I am Algerian. Like I have to remind people of this. I am Algerian. Like, sorry guys. Like, I just it's passion. It's
Talk
passion.
about it. Talk about it. But you do a great job, and you're right about that because it just speaks, when
when you do something, especially, when you perform, it shows how seriously you take your craft. Like if you have the decency to at least remember your lyrics and in your breath pockets and stuff like that, it's just like, yo, I like this artist. Like, you really actually know what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
and it makes people tune in more, like they look forward to that because they may know the song as what it's recorded as, and then you can easily switch it up as a live recording. You can change the lyric, you can change the note, like whatever you want to do, and it still come out
Yeah.
fire. I've done that so many times, like I just been able to change like a pitch the way I said something, or engage the crowd a different way that I wasn't able to do on a track, or it's just so much better going live, man. I just enjoy it. I would love to do more instruments as far as like having live, a live band. That would be fire. Um, but I work with what I can right now, and but I live through you because I'll be watching your performance recaps. I
But
wish I was in Manchester to actually see you live, and that will happen soon. I'm being real with you. Um, but yeah, nah, you just really dope, man. You're a dope performer, and I see people love you out there. So I'm gonna ask you a question, but I learned this from uh a previous guest that I had on the show, Jordan. She's also from the UK. She lives in London, and she does like y'all. We say garage, y'all say garage.
it's garage,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, so y'all do garage music. Well, she does garage music. Sorry, but I know you got a few tracks in there where you.
I've got um I've got a liquid drum and bass track, and I've written to garage before. To be fair, I've got a lot of unreleased work in 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 the universe, like just out there.
It's
Um,
out there.
yeah, a lot of demos, a lot of like throwaways, like practice runs. And garage is definitely one of them.
Mm,
Um, love to dive into garage. As I People have told me that's like you have the time for it. I think you're really good on
mm-hmm.
it. I'd be expanding my
Fire. What would you describe your sound as? Like for me, it's more like a lo-fi R&B. It's like a electro funk kind of.
Oh,
Um, yeah, like for me, that's how I see it.
I think electro funk is a new one, but I feel like funk is definitely in there. Like I could get a bit funky. Um, but I describe my sound as a hybrid of um, jazz, soul, neo soul,
Mm-hmm.
R&B, and then that is put onto possibly anything. Like, wow, that's very vague. That's very vague and very broad. But my set as a singer, as just a professional singer, not Roukaya B, just Roukaya sings. Like, yeah, I get paid for like stay like a bar or a club, or those sort of my
Right.
repertoire is huge. Like, it's huge. Your girl can go from Adele to Tina Turner to flipping Ray Charles and
I've seen it.
Al
I've
Green.
seen it.
I got my Al
I've seen
Green
it.
flipping,
I've seen it.
but then I go all the way up with Sister Sledge, Anita, Anita Beck, Anita War, you
Mm.
know, really well. But like, and that isn't showcased in my music. It's not really showcased how varied my vocal range and how this comes before many different releases. That's something that I'd like to expand on in in my future.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's fire. What you sipping on?
Well, it is the holidays, and it is 20 to 8 over here,
Heard
so
you.
I am sipping on some, what is it? It's summer fruits juice and spiced rum.
Heard you. Heard you.
Got my rum and juice.
I'm sipping on some Bullet right now.
Of course, the
A
holidays.
nice little, of course. Um, but yeah, so I've actually witnessed. Well, again, not in person, and I'm still working on that. But um, I watch everybody's stories. You know, I try to check out everybody's profile if I can. You know, I don't like to really spend too much time on social media, but when I am on there, I make sure that I'm like actually looking up, you know, people that I like. I tune my feed out. You know, like I don't have all that negative shit in my feed. You know, it's more like I want to see talent. I want to see art. I want to see, you know, those kind of things. So I filter out all the negatives, and I make sure that, you know, I got people that I'm inspired by. So your profile comes up a lot. I get to watch, you know, what you do. And I've witnessed you actually singing all these covers, and I'm like, yo, this is so fire. Like I actually watched the T-Pain concert the other day, and he went through so many covers, and it was like, yo, bro, like how do you remember all these lyrics like word for word? Like how do you do it? Like, cause I struggle to remember my lyrics, like my own written lyrics that I write myself. I struggle to remember. But you guys just come out and y'all singing like whatever song comes to mind to whatever instrumental, and y'all be hitting it on every note. Like, what's good? Like,
Well,
teach me the secrets.
do you know what the thing is with learning somebody else's song? They've they've wrote it, so it's you have to learn it their way. Well, not their way. It can be your way, but it's note for note essentially. Like to a trained ear, anyway. But when you're writing, when I'm writing, it's up to me. Like if they don't know if I'm singing that right or wrong.
Right, right,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's only until you listen to the studio version and it's like, okay, or well, I do get it bob on because I'm a professional. I'm a Sometimes I change it up and you can hear that I've done something different live, but it's the same as the track. Like, it's the same melody line, it's the same notes, but
Hmm.
I've maybe a different octave or whatever I'm deciding to do. A lot of it is freestyled. If I do go off like that, that's me just feeling. But yeah, it's definitely practice, and it turns into like muscle memory after a certain point. Um, for me, I listen to a song and take note of the melody before I do the lyrics. The lyrics
Mm.
will just go along with the melody. But I've always been very, very good ever since being a little girl. I've been very good at almost predicting what's going to happen next in the song and being
Mm.
able to in that song. Like I've been very good at just picking up lyrics since I was very young.
That's dope.
Of it is just something that you you can learn, or if it's something that you just already have. I'm not I'm not sure, but it's definitely
That's
something
dope.
that can be developed into something a bit
Nah,
stronger.
that's dope. That's dope.
I'm
You
sipping some.
know, it's also funny. It's also funny because I got a bunch of nieces. So there's a lot of women in my family, like a whole lot of women. Um, but like my younger nieces, you know, they like in the room all day, and like all they do is just sing, and they're singing like a whole bunch of different. And like when I tell you they bounce from songs like every second, like they'll sing like the first five lyrics, boom, a whole nother song. They go from Disney, they go to R&B, you know, like whatever songs they know, even if it's from a commercial, a TV show, wherever it's from, if they know the song, they're gonna sing it. And it's just like, yo, that's dope, you know, and I would love for them to eventually, you know, when they get a little bit older. Right now they're 8 and 10, you know, but when they get a little older, you know, I want them to, you know, like kind of pursue that, you know, like keep doing that and get better musically, you know, like I think it's pretty interesting. They're also inspired, you know, by me as well, which is, I think, it's pretty cool sometimes, you know. I used to always wonder uh, if, like, why do, I guess, kids follow in their, like, parents' footsteps or, like, you know, whoever's raising them, like, why do they follow in these steps? But then I guess now, being in that position, I could see that. Um, But being able to remember, I got a little sidetracked, but being able to remember like other lyrics from another song and sing them perfectly well, and even being able to switch up the tones is an incredibly rare and underrated skill. So kudos to you on that.
Thank you, man. There was
No
a
doubt.
there was one booking I received, and they wanted 2 tribute artists, but I was the 2 tribute artists, and I'd never before advertised myself as so. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but the booking was for Tina Turner versus Whitney Houston set, and they were like, "We've had a cancellation. We know it's really last minute, but rah 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 rah." So I had 7 days to learn a brand new step
7
full of.
days.
It was two. I think it was 4 30-minute sets, so like 40 songs in total, 40 in 7 days, and a lot of them are still on my set to this day. But I think that really showed me how well I can work under pressure, and
That's dope.
B how much like I've got this. There was actually a tragedy the day before the performance as well. There was a tragedy
Mm.
in within the like family friends and sorry, what am I saying?
Nah, go for it. Do your thing. Talk
There was
about it.
a tragedy, and I still had to perform the next day because like that's my bills that need to be paid, and yeah, it really solidified that this is like you've actually got the gall to do this, like, because a lot of people probably would have been like, I can't do this, like I need to be at home, I need to have this time, but I go out, I had money, like you have to do it, like in this industry as well. Like imagine you sold out an arena and there's 80,000. I don't know. That's not dramatic. That's not dramatic. There's 80,000 tickets that have been sold. 80. And what? Something happens. Like I'm gonna go out there. Like I'm not reading these tickets. I'll do the show unless it genuinely is like life or death, life threatening to me, or like if I feel as though I can go on, and I've shown myself. Yeah, yeah, you do have to look it up and how.
Yo, you said something very powerful there. You said that like, to sum it all up, there are certain moments that determines like your intention on this journey.
Mm,
And the most important thing is tragedies. Like you never know when shit's gonna hit the fan. You but like how you stand through it all damn, that's tough because all right, so I could relate to that, and I'm gonna say it right here on live. It's cool. I've already mentioned it. I got a whole song about it. But you know, I performed the day of my uncle's funeral. Like I went from my uncle's funeral to a show to perform. I'm not gonna lie, I cried on stage and all that, like I wasn't trying to, but I was really like in my
yeah,
feels,
yeah.
but I made sure that when I went on that stage, I gave them a show. I didn't just go on there and cry and like, oh, I can't perform. I was like, like I was rapping, I was doing my thing, and then at some point during the verse, well, I performed I think 2 songs before that, but then the third song, I definitely my emotions got the best of me for sure, and it was like at that moment I just knew like, yo, first off, I mean, even I already had my mind set that even at the funeral, I was still gonna go to this show. Like I'm at the funeral and I'm like, like my mind is going crazy. I'm all emotional and shit like that, but I knew for a fact, yo, I'm going to this show to perform and make sure, so in the name of tragedy, I think as artists, we tend to like channel the inner spirit and energy of whoever is going through whatever, and we're just kind of like, yo, this is for you. Like, because imagine if, shout out to Bliggly Visions, he's a dope videographer. Um, Hopefully he can make it out to London and shoot videos for people like you. Yo, Bliggly, tap in, brother. This is a dope artist, bro. Don't sleep.
Yeah.
Tap in. He's a dope videographer. This is a dope artist, my brother. Descendant, another dope artist, bro. Tap in. Everybody's tapping in. Tap in with Roukaya B. She's
Hey,
super dope.
hey, babe.
Um,
Oh, my mom and dad are
but,
here,
but
guys.
yeah, I think that I think that in the name of tragedy, we summon like this whole other channel of energy. It's like we're just like, you know what, we can't let this whole thing go in vain because
Mm.
imagine if this said person that's going through this tragedy were to say to us, "Don't give up." Imagine if they said that before going through their situation. You know what I'm saying? And then when they go through their situation, we just give up. It's just like, damn, I didn't fulfill, their promise or their hope or however, Um, so thank you for doing that, because I feel like if that didn't happen, did that happen after we met or before we met?
After, yeah, this
Okay,
was
okay,
like,
okay,
yeah,
okay. Well, think of all the people that you've met in that time that you really inspired, whether they were struggling to be better as artists or whether they were already dope and they just like what you were doing or however their story goes. Whatever you did in that moment, you pushed someone to chase their dreams even further. Like you helped them create a bigger purpose within themselves. So don't ever undermine that. And I know it must have been tough for you to even perform with stuff like that at the back of your mind, but you did something at the same time to really change the world.
yeah. I mean, I don't really speak about these things, so no one other than reload it. Other than my closest family, um, nobody really closest family and like relationships. Nobody knows about that. Like, I don't speak about the darker side of the business and this choice of career, like and the grueling hours and the just have to get on with the attitude. You know, the amount of time I performed when I'm sick and in bed, but this is my like it's a work.
So that.
Yeah, but like sport is for a purpose and the experience more. Um, but someone along the way will need to hear that. Like they'll be that someone can. Yeah,
Mm, that's dope.
you got some
That's dope.
classical music on in the background there. Some classic.
Yo, I'm such a psychic. I knew you was gonna say something about that. That's actually the Nature Channel. I was trying to mute it before the live started, but the remote is like all the way over there, and I didn't want to like get up and leave the camera. So I was like, yo, I hope she don't hear it. But it was like,
So weird. I've only just heard it. I've honestly only heard it, and we've been on
oh
air for like.
nah, there's a whole Nature Channel going on. So I'm dog sitting right now. And when I leave the house, he has to have the light on and he has to have the TV going, like to keep him company. But he likes watching Nature Channel. Me
Uh,
too, but it's just like he loves it. Like he'll really sit down and actually watch the TV. So it's like really dope. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on in the background, the Nature Channel. Yeah, no funny. It's definitely a vibe.
I appreciate the context.
So let's get into BBC. Pause for my Americans. They don't understand that. It's okay. It's a different story for a different day. But um, BBC stands for British Broadcast Channel.
uh, yeah, something like that. Yeah, British Broadcasting Corporation. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, so my first time ever in London, I was able to go there.
Yeah.
Um, yes. I met a couple people behind the scenes. I met DJ Target. I met this guy named Patrick. He's a sound engineer, and there was some other guy there that I met. He was like really cool. I'm not gonna lie, DJ Target was like a real, celebrity asshole.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
everybody, yeah, no. He was a real asshole towards me. Um, I'm not like basically it was almost like he was too Hollywood to like speak to me. Like I didn't have on any diamond chain. I didn't have any of that, you know, but the guy that introduced me, he was really passionate. He was like, yo, this is MC Reef. He's from New York, da, 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 like going through the whole rundown. Like I'm watching this guy really like basically just go down a whole list of who I am. Like, and Target just looked at me like, oh yeah, what's up, buff? Just gave me a dap, and he was like just texting on his phone the whole time. Like, and I was like, okay, cool, you're busy or whatever, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. But he was like really just like, just you know, like, and I'm like, all right, cool. You know, this was a great interaction. You know, like yeah, I didn't learn much from this except that you're a busy guy, but it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, apparently, whatever was going on in his phone was, you know, more important than meeting me. Like, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like, I like how you present yourself as professional. You
Mm,
say it. I'm a professional. So that's how I felt in that moment. I'm a professional artist, bro. What's up? Like,
yeah.
pay attention. Like, you never know what you're missing out on. So,
Yeah.
actually, sorry, was you gonna say something?
No, I don't think that was a question.
Oh, no, 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 no. I was just revealing that I was getting into a question, yes, but I was just revealing that we share the similarity. And I understand that that's not an easy thing to do as far as getting introduced to BBC, getting on their radar, so to speak. And
Yeah, it was.
you've been you've been featured a few times. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I, I my first, where does it go back to? 2019. Yeah,
mhm,
I had an audition in 2019 for a new show. Um, I didn't think much of it. I'd only been singing 5 months, um, so I didn't think much.
mhm.
And I end up getting a call back, and I'm like, oh, okay, this for real? You gotta like me. I got
Shout out
something.
to Ayo Danny as well. Ayo Danny official. He's a dope artist. Shout out to Snips. Yo, Snips is actually he's a DJ that I met in New York, but he's from the UK. So shout out to him. He's a really dope DJ. Sorry, let me not disrespect the guy's role. And you know, he's a really dope DJ. So thank you for tuning in, my brother. But yes, reach out to DJ Snips. Snips, reach out to Roukaya B. I'm introducing you to all the people that I see tune in that I know are really dope. So Ayo, Danny, Snips, Descendant, all these artists, I hope that they're gonna follow you. But yes, you guys need to connect and work. But sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
I've got ADHD. I don't know where I was up to. I don't. understand.
Yo, I'm so sorry.
Honestly, you can't
Oh, I'm
interrupt me.
so sorry.
You
I
can't
just
do
try to
that.
catch it while they're here in the moment because I know how people tune in and then like tune out. So I want them to know in the moment, like, yo, this is where you should be. Like, I'm
Callbacks.
sorry.
Callbacks. It's okay. It's okay. Now you know.
We were talking about your connection with BBC and how you've been featured on there
Um,
several times,
I wouldn't.
by the way.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a connection. It's more of an opportunity than them appreciating my. So the opportunity where which would put a group, it could be a girl band, we were
Hmm.
the music, anything. It was with Little Mix, so they were trying to find their touring, like, a band for their tour.
Hmm.
All back in, and I'm like, oh my god, this show. I did my little 1-2-1-2 audition. Waited a few weeks, and then they were like, yeah, we'd like you to come to London for another like backstage audition. It's like this is what people don't. Not just you're back, you've been discovered, you're on the show. Like there could do different stages of auditioning or you're chosen to go in the people that your audition might not be aired. It might not. I saw a lot of production. A lot of people didn't perform. Like, so yeah, when I got to that stage, bearing in mind I was 18 at the yeah. I auditioned. Yeah, I'm still now.
Mm.
Not the whole proper proper like
You cutting out a little bit.
is it?
Hold on, let me. Hope it doesn't mess with my live. I'm gonna turn my Wi-Fi on as well. Um,
Am I back? Am I back?
yeah, we're good to go. I hear you
Am
better.
I back? Yeah, like overall, it was definitely an experience in that side of the industry, how the filming process goes about, how um, how the audition process happens, and
Mhm.
whether or not that is for me something I'd like to do again, you know. And I was definitely a bit too young and a bit too what's the word? I hadn't out my and believed in my abilities yet. So I was
Right.
second guessing a lot, and I got into my, and that's the reason I wasn't selected for the main group.
Hmm.
Just because I didn't trust my voice yet. I had only about 7 months at that stage.
Mm.
Yeah, that stage I'd been like 7 months. So yeah, to be prime time bloody television, top seven female vocalists out of 40,000
Talk
applicants.
your shit.
The
Talk your shit.
the only female vocalist.
Talk your shit.
Just saying, guys. Just saying.
Yo.
And people still sleeping on it. A lot of people don't know I was on like the TV, like the TV. A lot of people don't know that. Because I don't really talk my shit. Like I don't hype
You
myself.
humble. You a humble giant.
Like I'm just like it's okay. Like this happened. This is an opportunity. I'm learning. I'm growing from this. However, this is still minor. Like I've got bigger things to come. So I'm not like this is. I'm like taking the experience. I'm taking the growth. I'm taking. Yeah, I'm leveling from that. I know that
Mhm.
it's still. I'm still dealing with small fish. You know, like it's not. We're not in the ocean yet. We're still in the little bay. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just in the
Mhm.
bay right
Thank you.
now. But yo,
Nah, listen. You bigger than you think you are, and whether people want to acknowledge it or not, they know who you are. And I say this because I'm realizing every single day that I'm bigger than I am. And I say that because, again, I'm just like you. I don't speak about a lot of the stuff that I've experienced, a lot of things that I've been a part of. I don't talk about it much because it's like, I know what I've done. I know the work that I put in to get to where I am. I know why I feel like I should be, top notch, and why people should respect me the way that I say that they should. So I know why I'm talking my talk. But sometimes you just kind of gotta let it be known, I guess, a little bit, just a little bit. Talk your shit. Let people know that they got you a little effed up. Like you
I'm,
might not know me, but you about to find out today. What Kevin Howard said, you gonna learn today.
I'd
But
rather like I'd rather if something has vexed me to the point of where I'm like I need to talk about this, I would rather write it down, turn it into art, and release it for the masses, and then bang,
Mhm.
action, or or just doing the thing. Like I don't need to say it because I am it. Like you don't need to say it if you are it. Like it's what like so yeah, just be
And
don't talk about it. Just be about it. That's my motto.
of course, 100%. And again, to further prove that point, I'm sure you could relate. There's been times you stepped in rooms that you felt like you probably shouldn't have been in, right? And people, they'll try to take the dumb approach. Hey, are you Roukaya B? It's like, I'm Roukaya B. Shut up. Like, you know that. But yeah, I'm
Them though, like I've done shows where people have been like you're too good for this place, and it actually, you know, I'm
mm,
I've just bombed, like, and also I've just been what like no, I get paid. What do you mean? What do you mean? I get paid? You're too good for this place. I'm not doing it for free. What do you mean?
facts,
What do you mean? I'm
facts.
getting
So you
home.
mentioned like
This is a job.
I know that again. You refer to yourself as a professional. So was this before or after the payments?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, did you refer to yourself as a professional artist before you got paid or after you got paid? Like before you? Okay,
After I got paid. Yeah.
okay. I feel that.
This is a job, isn't it? So I'm a like even though I don't know musical theory, I'm not a professional singer per se, like classical
Likewise,
trained.
likewise.
Um, I'm a professional singer because I get paid to sing. Like that's why I state I'm a professional singer. Um,
So,
just a vocal artist or just a singer.
so you mentioned that in 2019 you was only 5 months in before you got your BBC feature. What like how? First off, how old were you at that time?
18.
18. Okay, and what made you just say like not even say, but what made you feel like I can sing and I'm gonna go professional? Like, was this something you've been doing since you were young, or was it like something you discovered in 2019? Like,
So I've always been able to sing since being very very young from a very good level, but it's something I fell out with, fell out of love with when I was about like 11 or 12.
mm,
Um, I moved up to high school. I entered school talent. I think the year after as well, but the older you get, the more you're teased for being different. Yeah, the more you're teased for having like a quirky or unique hobby, because that's what it was. It was just a hobby, something I can say. But before that, I was so passionate, but I just fell out of love in when I was like what 14, up until up until I was 17. Yeah,
mm.
so there was like a gap where I didn't sing. I didn't. My friends, none of my high school friends after that, like probably couldn't even remember I could sing. Like I just never really sung. Now I'm being
Wow.
dramatic. Being dramatic. I'm being dramatic. I had a YouTube channel. Yeah, I had a, it's coming out now. The tea is being served. I had a YouTube channel and I uploaded a
Mm.
video of me singing. You can't find it anywhere. It's literally removed off the face of the earth. I thought
Wow.
it'd probably be really cute seeing little me
You
singing.
gonna starve us like that?
There's no. I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah,
But
that's cold.
if someone finds it one day, then like I'll give it up to them. But there's a video of me singing Nora Jones. And there's a video of me singing Bruno Mars. Um, and yeah, I got teased for it in school because what a weirdo. Why is she uploading videos of herself on YouTube? What a weirdo. Yeah, honestly, I got terrored in school. Yeah, it was already
Yo, that's
was
wild.
in a predominantly white school, so it was already bad enough. Yeah, I was just putting a target on my on my back. Yeah, so
Man,
I
if
stopped.
only you understand the shit that white people do, man. You a blessing to them.
Honestly,
Let's just say that.
now they all want to be me. Jokes, chicken jokes.
Nah, listen, if you understand that white people are the weirdest people on the goddamn planet,
You know,
they're not even a race. Like
it's
how weird is that?
just uncultured, isn't it? Like,
They're not even a race. That's so fucking weird to me. But
dude,
yeah,
dude, different. That's a different
you
show.
deserve to be where you are now because you definitely you definitely gone through it. The highs and the lows, you definitely deserve to be where you are. So
Thank
I'm happy to know who I'm happy to know who you are becoming and who you have been uh since the beginning. And I don't know, man. I'm gonna give you your flowers all through this whole damn episode. I'm gonna just keep it real with you because, like, you just really dope.
You definitely learn as you grow. So, learn as you go and grow.
Facts, facts, facts.
Learn, yeah. And it's not
That's
easy out
that.
here. Um, when when the momentum picks up, it definitely feels like, yeah, okay, this is it. Like I'm supposed to be doing this, you know.
That's a fact.
But
So,
I don't.
sorry. Go ahead.
Go on.
No, no, you go
I'm
on. My bad.
rambling. To be fair, honestly, I'm just rambling. Like, freestyling.
Nah, see, my thing is like I be listening, but I'm also quick to like just respond sometimes. So it's like I be very in the moment, you know. So as soon as you say something, I'm ready to respond to that, you know. And I'm like, yeah, you know. So my bad. I'm
Nah,
sorry. I do it to everybody. It's probably like one of my like worst traits ever. But I definitely be, you know, trying to catch everything as it is. Um, what I was going to ask, how do you how do you deal with being underrated? Like again, you mentioned that you know people don't even remember you were on TV. You know, people don't even know in high school that you used to sing. You was that girl that was uploading videos of yourself. How do you deal with like just being out in the world and like just seeing people and be like, you know, yo, I just want to tell you a secret. I was on BBC Radio or like, you know, like you just.
I don't.
How do
I
you deal with that?
it's 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 like a. I don't hype myself up like that though. Like I just don't. I am very much in my own world as well. So like, if you've ever seen me on a train traveling somewhere, I'm so in my head. Like I'm not really on the train. Like
I
honestly,
agree. I
honestly.
agree.
Um. So like, yeah.
Nice.
Hi, girl, you famous.
Yeah, I got a bunch of cat clients that yeah. So actually, I have two cats that I have to go watch later. They look just like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's molting so much right now.
they're basically twins.
She's molting so much.
Oh, so is this guy down here? He's just sitting right by my side.
That time of
Hold
year.
on.
That time of year. Oh,
Look at him.
hello.
He's just looking up. He's like,
Hello.
"What up, Milo?
He's probably thinking, what is this accent? Like, why does this
What's up?"
this?
Nah, he's a really cool one. Let me get a high five. Wait, let me.
Oh,
Wait, let me get a high five. Hey, nah,
hey.
he's really dope. He's dope.
That's
He's a cool dog. I enjoy watching after him. But so yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. A lot of times, well, not a lot of times, all the time, I'm just walking around just like that. I'm just like if you see me dressed outside, I don't even wear no flashy clothing. You know, I wear sweats. I wear like my bummy Levi shoes. You know, I'm just walking. You know, I'll hop the turnstile. You know, I look like I ain't got no money or nothing like that. You know, I'm one of those ones. You know, and it's like I'm just mad down to earth with it. So, you know, it just be mad cool. But also sometimes I know it's got to feel a little weird where you're just kind of like, damn, so you really don't know who I am? Like, do I really got to explain this to you?
I
Like.
don't care for that because, like, I know I'm about to show you anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. If you don't know who I am, you're about to get to know, so it's blessed. Like,
So what okay, do like are you not, I guess, sometimes kind of like wondering, like say for example, they just named Sexy Red. I forgot the name of the song, but they named that as the rap song of the year. And if you listen to the song, that shit, yeah, that shit. That's the best rap song of the year.
mumble rap.
Best rap song of the
That's
year.
mumble rap, though. That's not okay.
That's not even mumble rap. That's screech rap. She's not saying shit and she's like yelling at the top of her voice. That's a whole screech. But that's the best rap song of the year.
I
Like
don't.
I released 3 singles this year. I released 3 singles this year. You know, not even to make it about me. Like there's been several other artists that's been like dropping pure heat, but that was the best rap song.
Especially when you know so many underrated artists yourself in the rap scene.
Right.
Oh,
So that's
female,
basically what I'm getting at with you. Like you don't ever hear like a certain let's just say a mediocre neo soul jazz artist, and you're just kind of like, man, how you not know about me? Like you said, I'm about to show you, but how you not know already? Like what's going
it
on? Like
takes years though. Like I'm figuring this out. Like, and the more you get out there, the more people you find out about. Like, I kept myself hidden for years. Like, I like what COVID, like, before COVID out on the streets. Uh,
mm,
then the police show. Then got hit with some heavy mental health issues. So I just locked off for like 2 years, 2.5 years.
mm,
Got locked off. The whole world got locked off as well. So that put a big on artists. It did. Like, the shows and to do. Like,
facts.
so yeah, I've built up the track going to these events. And more happens for you when you actually show your faces. Hey, I'm Roukaya B. Like, yeah, people. That's okay. I've done it before.
Nah,
But
I feel that.
yeah, they'll know one day, so we're not stressed.
Nah, I feel that 100%. That's that's really dope, actually. You know, and I love I love how you handle it that way. You know, it's not a huge deal to you. And I think that that comes from just understanding that we don't really need we don't really need. All right, go ahead, go play. Um, yeah, he wants to play right now. But not everybody needs to know who you are to know that you're making an impact. Not everybody needs to you know understand your vision and your journey. You just know that what you're doing it for matters more than that.
Mm.
So I appreciate how you handle that because there's a lot of people who just want to be famous, who just want people to notice them and rightfully so. I get it. Sometimes again, you put in so much work, you just be wondering like, yo, what's up? But at the same time, it's just like, man, I don't really care about none of that. I'm just doing my thing. I'm getting paid. I'm I'm living my life the way that I want to live it. I don't, need people telling me how it should go for me.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, and if you're in this for longevity, if it happened all at once, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You're not ready yet. You're not seasoned. Like you'd have to scramble to figure your shit out quickly. Like, and I'm here for longevity, so yeah, it's all right. I'll look after the pennies now, and the pounds will look after themselves, really.
all right, I feel that. I feel that 100%. Um, so before we wrap this up, I want to know if you could bless the people with some vocals. If not, it's cool. I'm not gonna say I've never asked anyone. I asked one person who was actually the only other female artist that I've had on this platform. You are the second one. So I'm trying to get more women on here to tell their story and all of that. So hopefully you being added to that list, you are inspiring them to come out the shadow because I've definitely been asking some of them to join me. But I don't know. I know it's weird, with men these days. Men be on some weird shit, but I praise you women that are shifting the culture and doing magical things within the universe. So big up to you, big up yourself.
Bless you.
No
Yeah,
doubt, no doubt.
I could sing a little 1-2-1-2. I could do a little Christmas song, seeing as though it's the holiday season.
Go
Shall I
for it.
do one? Shall I do a little Christmas song before we wrap this up? Let's hope Nala doesn't run off. Like, I can't be too loud, guys. Okay, let's go. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. It's a stay, is a new bird. To sing our song while we stroll along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he's Boston Brown. He'll say I am married, we'll say no man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. To face unafraid the plans that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland. There you go. Oh, that was Winter Wonderland. Thank you. Thank you very
That
much.
was fire. That was fire. That was fire, man. I can't explain it a lot, man. But you just fire. That's all I can say. You know, and if people don't know that, then I don't know.
Them in the vocals.
So let's talk about our song, "Sacrifice." This is gonna be like one of our last little talking points. How do you feel about that record? Like, what was going through your mind? Hold up, I think somebody got a question. Let me see. Oh, they're not questions, they're comments. Shout out to Forward Direction Coach.
Yeah, what's
She's been, yeah, no, she's been tapping in. Uh, Ashley Tragic left a comment. Roukaya star in the making.
oh, bless you, Ashley. Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys,
But yeah, nah. Shout out to these people for tuning in for you, for showing up for you, and that's very important. Having people show up for you.
thank
That's
you.
really amazing. But yeah, talk about the track. Like, how did that come about from your perspective, and like what were your like? How do you feel about your contributions to the song?
So you sent me this you sent me this track, and you were like, it was between me and another female artist, I believe, and
Who's actually Jordan, the first female that was on this show?
mad. Yeah, and you wanted me to write to it, so that really did make me, you know, push that project, because I can be a little bit all over the place, can't I? Especially with this degree. So I really made for that, as there was, there was a little bit of competition, wasn't there? So so that really encouraged me.
Interesting.
And I listened to it, right? I listened to it, and when I go to write lyric, especially for a collaboration, it's for me, it's about context. It's about what have you already laid on that track? Because if I just listened to it and said, okay, I can write you something, and just sent it over, and you were like, Roukaya, like, yeah, this is nice, but what is this? Like, why are you talking about this?
Right.
What? This is a relationship like that's broken down, and you're talking about, I don't know, something completely out of context. So I always try to do that, write my songs within that context. But yeah, I just skimmed through the song. I listened, and then you mentioned something about the end, and I was like, huh, because I'd written a hook at that point, I think, so I hadn't listened to. Oh no, why am I lying? I listened to the whole track, and when there was that little switch up at the end, I was like, nah, this is naughty. This is naughty. And you said that was mine as well. Like, you can do with how you please, Roukaya. That is all you. That really again, to think of not one, two, but three different melody lines that all worked together. but then also had to work with your structure, your context, your cadence, your flow, and Luke's, and with Luke's flow, and with Luke's bars, Luke's cadence, everything. It all had to go. It was definitely valid, but I accepted. Come on, do you know what I mean? Like, I love you, and I bloody did. I bloody did. And to think that those were recorded in my understair cupboard in that little tiny box room studio.
Wow.
You can really make music from anywhere these days. That's crazy.
You surely can. You should listen. I recorded my first song. The pop filter was a stocking cap, and it was made. Sorry, the pop filter was made of a wire hanger in a stocking cap.
Yeah, for the structure.
The studio headphones were basically the wire, the joints with the wire. We connected it to the laptop. We had a whole laptop, and I was basically shouting in the mic connected to a laptop. So I've been there. I've been there.
You get it though, yeah. But yeah, we got such a clean sound, and it was really cool hearing somebody else mix my vocals as well. That was really cool. Yeah, I'm excited to make some content for it because I need to push it on my socials and let the people hear, like, tease it a little bit to make them want to go and listen to the full thing, because it's a tune and it deserves the time that we've put into it to be shared.
That's a fact.
Receive it like it deserves it. It really does. It's a tune.
We definitely worked on that track for a while. So from my perspective, again, I was in the studio with Luke and Shiloh. I don't think Shiloh wanted to play the beat, but he played the beat. Like he wanted to play beats, but I don't think he meant to play that one.
Yeah.
But when he played it, it just caught my attention. I wanted it right away. I didn't care what he was talking about. I wanted it. I was like, yo, this is it. I didn't know what I was going to do to it, but at the same time that I was trying to figure out, the girl that I was dating at the time was blowing my phone up crazy, and I was just like really pissed off. I was mad, and that's how my verse came about. Like, I literally was just so pissed off that she just kept on bothering me. Like, there was no peace. Like, there was no understanding that dating an artist can be, like, it can be a whirlwind. It's not like I'm doing anything out there. I'm not like you said, you're just like under the radar, that kind of thing. That's me. I'm under the radar. I don't bother nobody. I don't care to be in a club. I don't jump at every single female that passed me just because she's pretty. I'm cool with being friends with women, things of that nature. But with her, like, she just couldn't fathom that I was this dude that I said that I was, and it was just kind of like she tried to find every reason to make me out to be this guy that she's dated. Like all these guys that she dated or whatever that like did her dirty, she wanted me to be like them so bad. And I was like, you know what? Even though you're a good woman, she was a really, I'm not gonna lie, she was a great woman. She cooked, she cleaned, she did a lot for me, you know what I'm saying? Like she really, she did a lot, so I'm not gonna say that she was a bad person, but it was just like the way that she treated me, as far as like assuming that I'm just like this person, and just like really trying to like damage my mental and sabotage like my character. I just said, you know what? There's another good woman out there. I could sacrifice this one. I could probably go like another 5 years, and I could probably go like maybe 10 more years before I find another dope person like this, but I don't need to deal with none of that, So I was like, listen, and like creating a verse just kind of was just like, do I stay with her just because like she believes in me and she does all this stuff for me, that not a lot of women would do, let's just say that. Not a lot of women would believe in a man and actually contribute to what they're doing, or do I just stay in this relationship where she's just constantly accusing me and stuff that I'm literally not doing? Like, I'm telling you, she spent a lot of time with me. So it's just kind of like, how the hell do you even think that the minute I leave the house, I'm already inside the next chick? How do you possibly think that? Like, but this was her thought process. This was literally her thought process. Like every time I go to a show, she was just like, "So who you gonna meet at the show? Who you bringing with you to the show? Like, what happens if you meet another chick at the show?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa! Like, why are you focused on that? Like, why? I'm not focused on it. Why are you like?"
Like,
So
people can listen to the tune and find out the full deets, say the
for
full
sure,
tea.
for sure, for sure.
Full
But
tea.
I definitely enjoy how it all came about. We all clearly were going through some shit, so it makes the song that much better. And I'm sorry for. I mean, I know you said it encouraged you, but I'm sorry for putting you up against someone else. No, me personally, I don't like being put up against someone else. Like, if I'm an option, just choose the next person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel.
Yeah. But the tune's sick. Like the beat was sick, and I knew I'd do it justice. Like I was like, nah, this is me all over. Like, what do you mean there's someone else? This is mine. This is
Yo, exactly. Talk your shit. And like she sent me the verse. I'll keep it a buck with you. It was fire, but she was totally off the topic. Like she went against the narrative of the concept. And it was just like, damn, I love this shit so bad. Like, how do I tell her that this is not what I want though? Like, it was so hard to like really say that to her, by the way. Like,
it could work. You know, that sort of like almost like a conversation. You're in this mindset. I'm in this mindset. Like maybe that's the angle. Maybe that was the angle. Like, yeah, you're saying this, but I'm sorry, I still love you. I don't care. Like, like, like
interesting.
the angle for all you know. Like, yeah, because that could have been where her head was at in a situation she was in at that point in time.
Right.
But that's definitely a cool for sure. That collaboration open, like a concept.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, I get you. I get you. I mean, well, this album, I'm not gonna lie, I've been putting people against each other the whole fucking process. Excuse my French, but I've been, yo, there were so many people I was just like, yo, I want you to write a verse, but I got somebody else writing the verse. You know, and I think it low key, I think it scared a lot of them. You know, but the people that actually, you know, manned up to the challenge, like as you can see, the album is fire. Like so, and you know, it's just like really beautiful that like the people that are on the album, including yourself, really stepped up and was just like you said, this is me all over it. Like I'm owning this.
This is my.
Um, yo, for real. So thank you for your contributions.
Thank
Um,
you, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for remaining in my life. Honestly, man, you know, I think we don't thank the people enough, the people that are close to us. We don't thank them enough for being in our life and being, you know, the inspiration, the joy, the happiness, everything you want to, you know, package into that. We don't really express that with people. So thank you for continuously being in my life, whether you know it
Thank
or not.
you, man.
Um,
I'm also thank you that day. I'm very grateful to have you in my life. Look at this. Happy holiday. We're in the festive spirit.
Pleasure. We definitely got more to come. Like I said, I'm coming out to Manchester. However that works, I'm going to make it
Oh,
happen. Like literally, like
oh,
people tell me I should go there in Liverpool. I've already been to Birmingham, so you know Birmingham is literally right next door to those two. So what's stopping me? You know. So I'm definitely gonna make it happen. But thank you for being on the show.
thank you for having me.
Shout out to everybody that's been tuned in for the entire process. And this has been a great episode. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Even though you didn't get to do your research, that's cool. But now you finally get to see that even without all of that, you get to see this is how it is. Like there's nothing, no gimmicks. There's no, you know, like no hype beast. Like we're not doing anything, you know, to get likes or views or any of that. We're just being ourselves. This is an organic market. You know, we're just existing
Yeah, I like
peacefully.
it as well. Like it's just chill. We're just having a chat. Do you know what I mean? We're just having a.
Exactly.
I like that.
No doubt. So I appreciate you. I can't wait for everybody else to really take in this episode. Thank you for just adding on to the list, man. This is
Right.
becoming better and better, man. I just love having quality guests, so and I'm getting better as an interviewer, so this is really amazing, like for real.
Well, maybe we can tune in again in like 6 months now and see what.
Well, honestly, I am trying to turn this into an in-person thing. Like, I really want to be in the room with the person the next time that there's a few other artists that I really want to reconnect with, but I want us to be in person, like where we're actually talking and really vibing and for sure. So, it's gonna come around. We're definitely gonna connect again. Trust me. And
Let's do it.
I'm
So
saying all of this. I'm manifesting everything. It's all happening. It's happening as we speak. So, just
yeah,
stay tuned.
into existence is also a form. So
That's a fact.
that's what we're doing right
Facts, yo. I appreciate you again. Thank you.
now. Thank you, man. Take care, yeah.
No
Enjoy
doubt.
the rest of your
Enjoy.
day.
Sorry?
Oh, I thought you were signing off with this
No,
little.
I did, but you went out for a second, so I didn't hear what you said.
I was just saying, bless up. Enjoy the rest of your day because you've got.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we still got daytime, but
yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that. You have a great one.
Take care.
Yeah, you gotta exit.
Oh, is it? Bye bye.
Yeah. You gotta exit.
Bye, man. Thank you very much. Yeah. See you soon. Talk soon.
Pleasure. Thank you. Yo. That concludes episode 14, going live with the MC. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to all the love you guys have been giving me since episode 1. Um, every Wednesday and Friday, going live with the MC. If I don't have a guest, I don't go live. But if you got a guest that you feel like should be on the show, send them through. Yeah, this is an organic platform. There's no judgments. Everybody can be themselves. So Friday, we got Chris Welch's. This is one of my guys, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for Friday. So tune in Friday. We got Chris Welch's Grape Soda, Grape Yoda. He got mad different names. Mixie God. It's a whole bunch of shit going on with that guy. But tune in Friday. Got an interesting episode. Sorry, the drinks is kicking it now. I'm slurring my words. But thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, and we out of here.